esteemed student leaders, members of the National Secondary Students Council, distinguished stakeholders, a pleasant day to you all. A leader is one who fights for the weak, rises for the fallen, gives hope to the hopeless, and advocates for the disadvantaged. My fellow youth, I am Danique James, a proud model student of Merle Grove High School, and I am your candidate for the post of National President of the National Secondary Students Council. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow councillors, a competent leader effects change, serves with no confines, lead by example, translate visions into realities, and guide with no fear. These qualities I definitely epitomize. I have been bestowed with the honor of serving my youth in several capacities, some of which includes Student Council, PRO, Secretary, Vice President, and President, a UNFPA student delegate, a proud ambassador of the ISA Peace a Champ initiative, a mentor, a peer educator, student, prefect, supervisor, as well as captain and chair for numerous prominent clubs and societies. You may be wondering, am I the lady for this job? Well, worry not thyself, for I have contributed greatly to my school students' council. In addition to this, I have been given the privilege of working closely with the Region 1 Executive Council, whereas I was integrally involved in the advancement and promotion of matters related to student council. I do believe that in life, many are called, but only the wise few are chosen. As you journey along with me, I intend to dissipate, disintegrate, and as we say here in Jamaica, break down the walls of confusion. Let us no longer linger in the darkness of not knowing, for I come to illuminate, to enlighten your minds, as I do believe it's about time. It is about time. Mission 1, to build the representational capacities of student councils across the regions, to actively represent the views of students in Jamaica. So creating a change, it is my mission. I do believe it's about time. Through knowledge, student leaders will be better able and equipped to negotiate with school administrations and external stakeholders in ensuring that there are speedy resolve to matters concerning students. As your president, I promise to stand up for justice, as there is no room in my cabinet for mediocrity. Mission 2, the reactivation of a system in which councils will be required to produce monthly reports on the activities of their councils, as well as issues affecting their student body. This is in a bid so as to have proper monitoring and evaluation strategies that will not only inform the council, but will be the strategy that hold the council accountable for matters affecting students. From the submission of such documents, the regional executives will be endowed the responsibility of collating all monthly reports for their respective regions and to produce a quarterly report and newsletter that is aimed at informing all councils within that local of the activities to be undertaken by the council. Subsequently, this information will then be used to inform and create the national quarterly newsletter, which will be shared among all secondary schools. Mission 3, to host leadership training and capacity building seminars for both regional and national council executives. Documents that will be integral in the process are the NSSC handbook, the NSSC Constitution, the Education Act of 1980, among other needed documents. Just to take it up a notch, I will ensure that locals receive respective documentations as so not to be only leaders, but to be equipped leaders. The challenge of leadership, my friend, is not to lead for self-gain or comfort, but to lead so that the students of the NSSC will be your beneficiaries. And as such, I also plan to materialize the following objectives. The production of a standard NSSC badge. Students will be encouraged to purchase badges as this would have indicated that he or she is a registered member of the NSSC. The capital collected from such a simple but yet important initiative would be added to the National Treasury, from which several activities, regional and national, can be funded. Activities such as a national leadership conference. Such an event will inevitably foster a collective spirit of leadership, therefore not only creating effective leaders within the council, but within society at large. The NSSC is a beacon for the spirit. Therefore, if elected, I shall put forth such an event because the challenge of leadership is not for my own benefit, but for the members of the NSSC. I am a leader, and as such, I am your servant. It's about time to instigate a scholarship fund. Students that are struggling financially would be given the opportunity to apply for a scholarship so as to assist with educational expenses. Funds will be obtained through the following: partnership with respective stakeholders, as well as from regional 5K activities, social and district events, or inter-school fundraising activities. About time to improve systems of communication among national, regional, and local councils, and as such, youth-centric methods of communication shall be exploited, namely social media. It's about time to lobby for the NSSC Constitution to be made mandatory in school libraries. The Constitution contains the structure and bylaws of the NSSC, as well as the rights of the students and the protocols for governing the operation of the council. Given access to this document, student leaders will be better able to mold appointed persons into effective leaders, and advocacy can be done from an informed perspective. Not the cry, but the flight of a wild duck leads the flock to fly and follow. This I firmly believe I personify. My fellow councillors, I posit the view that leadership is no way an easy role, as one can either accept the conditions as they exist or accept the responsibility to effect change. And electing me as your president, definitely, undoubtedly, I will not accept conditions as they are, but the responsibility to effect change as it's about time. Instigators of change, leaders of tomorrow, electorates, I implore you, when deciding to cast your vote, not to only look for popularity, but to look for that character who will be able to represent and serve you in the capacity that he or she should. If elected your president, by no means I would ignore my duty to serve the student population of which I represent. Vote Danique James as your president so that we may fly and soar into a new era of the NSSC. It's about time. Fellow student leaders, when elected as national president, I intend to achieve efficiency in leadership, and as such, to organize a cohort of dynamic student leaders. A major strength of mine is advocacy. Through advocacy, I will implore student leaders to act in the fullness of their capacity so as to establish efficiency. In achieving this goal, I intend to delegate the responsibility to the PRO and to monitor the process of communication to the regional councils.